Did homework, I was going home with the work, no tutor. Used to have enough. Grew up with the hustlers and the killers. Now I'm kicking it with.
It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a showdown in the AFC South. It's the Texans and the Colts, and it's coming up next.
Well, the weather outside couldn't be better. They've opened the roof and the retractable windows on the sides, and it's time for football at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now on a beautiful sunny afternoon. And off we go on EA Sports. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
And he's exactly the man you want in control of your offense. Excellent arm, good zip on the ball, not afraid to use his legs when he needs to. And what he's excelled at doing is making plays when the first read isn't available or when the pressure's about to get to him.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Play clock down to 2. We're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Back to throw. Klein looking downfield for Godwin. He's got a man complete. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down. They run with Taylor, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Taylor. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play act.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And some room to work. Touchdown, Houston. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 66 yards. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Klein. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Off play action. Klein. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. They'll look to throw again. Looking downfield for Godwin. Touchdown. That's caught. Chris Godwin, 38 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Watson's throw taken in by Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Colts are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Off the play fake. Klein. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Klein. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now here's a throw that's complete. On 2nd down now. It's Taylor, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Back to throw. Klein. Flushed out right, and he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, Frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 28. 50 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. The Colts on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out on a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now a first down throw, Watson. Now a swing pass, it's Edwards-Helaire. And some room to roam now. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jordan. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A gain of 6 there on first. Watson looks to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. That ball caught by Campbell. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off play action. Klein. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So, all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And here's Rodgers to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. On third down, here's Taylor. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Klein looking downfield for Godwin. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a give to Taylor. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Klein. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And just not a big enough hole to break this one. He gets it to the 35 after showcasing that tough running of his. To throw is Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a first down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
On first down, it's Watson. Throw over the middle, caught by Jordan. 7 yards, the pickup there.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that'll be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. Desperation time. Watson on fourth down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. Well, the return will stop right around the 25. No question that one stings a little extra because he had that first down. It would have been a fourth down conversion.
Love the effort. Love the maneuverability. Don't like the fact that he didn't bring the ball with him. And now it's going to go in the other direction.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry, and a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, Klein. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Texans are right back in this football game.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From the gun, here's Watson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Watson.
He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Again, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
Who went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. And the Colts are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. A 4th down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the 2nd quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught inside the 5.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Watson and the Texans now down by 2 touchdowns. Just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
To throw, Watson.
That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Now Watson.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. Looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
Watson to throw. Pass complete to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. That's good for 20. Yards.
First down, Houston.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watson.
He'll find Moreau here. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Here's Watson.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Off of play action, it's Watson. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
Boy, this crowd is on pins and needles now, because anytime you see the ball heading for the end zone, you really hold your breath, and they come out of their seats. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And he'll look underneath here for Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. To the air yet again, Watson. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Now, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for Indianapolis, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they will hit